Hello everyone, my name is Mace, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. I decided to push back the 1000 subscriber special till after the wedding, so I have ample time to work on it, and so that I can make it a bit more special for you all. But today, I have 3 stories for you. We have a teen at the time trying to be a good guy Brian, and help out an entitled mother find a game in a store, ultimately to be yelled at. A tired Waffle House employee that can't even get gas without being accused of being a stripper. And lastly, a crazy old lady who may have met her match as she is countered by an even crazier lady who is trying to save ROP. Let's begin. Alrighty, our first story for today will be Lady, I'm Too Young to Work Here by Super Sparky 77. Disclaimer. I was 13 at the time of the story taking place. I was at the game store with my friend. I was explaining a game to him when I felt someone tap my shoulder. I turn around to a woman who I've never seen before, angry at me. Lady, you have been helping this customer for 20 minutes. Me and my son need assistance. I had no idea what she was talking about. Then it hit me. She thought I worked here. Is she on drugs? I don't even look working age. She must be blind or think that this is a freaking sweatshop or something. I hope she didn't think that, because she didn't seem to really care if it was. I didn't want to be rude, so I agreed to help this woman and her son. Her son led me to the game he wanted. This game was rated M for mature. This kid was like 8. I replied, "Whoa, this game is way too inappropriate for you. Maybe when you're older, kid." The kid seemed mad, and his mom said, "You don't talk to my son that way. That's rude. Let me talk to your manager." "I don't have a manager," I replied. "Yes, you do. Don't lie to me, young man." "I don't even work here," I exclaimed. "You bet you won't work here when I talk to your boss." This woman is clearly not sane. That kid probably isn't hers either. She probably kidnapped him or something. There were no workers in sight, so I was helpless against this raging Karen. "Listen, lady, I didn't mean to be rude to you or your son, but I don't even work here," I yelled. To which she snidely replied, "You don't yell at me. You need to respect your elders." "How are you my elder? You're only like 40, and I have never met you in my life," I exclaimed. Finally, an employee came and heard us yelling. She tried to make up a bullcrap story like, "He was harassing us," but he didn't buy it. He told this I didn't work here and told her to get on with her day. Moral of the story, don't yell at random kids who are too young to work. Well, we have good guy Sparky helping out even though he didn't work in the store, and giving the mom ample warning that the game was rated M, but still gets yelled at. If my life experience has taught me anything, you don't get respect by being old. You earn it. Karen here is the perfect example. Act like trash, be treated like trash. Be respectful, earn respect. You have earned my respect, Sparky, for standing up to that Karen. For our next story, we have I'm Not a Stripper by Julia, 23, 1990. Thank you a million for the silver. Blessings to you all. Hi, first time poster here, but just started reading the stories and wow, there are some really good ones. So my story begins several years ago when I was a waitress at Waffle House. It's not exactly an I don't work here, but I don't work there kind of situation. So one morning after working a night shift, I stopped at a gas station to get some gas before going home. Exhausted, and may I add full uniform and everything, hat and apron included. I go to pay for my gas by pulling out my large wad of tips, mostly $1 bills. Out of nowhere, I hear this disgusted sound from the cashier, so I look to meet her eyes. Here's the conversation. Me as me, cashier is played by Cash, manager will be played by M. Cashier, you should be ashamed of what you do. Me, very tired and confused. I'm sorry, what? Cashier, you should be ashamed of being a stripper. She was acting all holier than thou. Me. Wow, where did that come from? Cashier. You need to leave. I don't want trash in my store. Me. Lady, I'm a waitress. I'm in the waffle battered covered uniform. Cashier. Yeah. Whatever, just leave. Manager, who was in the office right behind her with the door open, called for her to the office and closed the door. I was still in shock when the lady came flying out of the office mad with her purse. Cashier. Rotten stripper! She yelled this at me before leaving the store. Manager comes out of the office and apologized for the woman's behavior and said she's been warned before about it and fired her on the spot. He gave me a free breakfast biscuit and some coffee for the trouble. I thanked him and I paid for my gas. I was still in shock when I got home and told my mom what happened. This story gets better a few days later. I'm in the dish pit washing dishes when the same woman comes in to speak to a manager. She didn't see me till she finished speaking with him. She looked me straight in the eye before turning red and rushing out the door. I asked what she wanted, and he said that she wanted to know if we were hiring. I started laughing and explained to him that that was the woman from the gas station. Of course, I told my coworkers about it. She never came back. Add-on. Apparently, it was because I had mostly $1 bills. In her little mind, only strippers have ones. Well, Julia, after some extensive research, I've come to realize the next time I go into a strip club, I'm going to be asking for the Waffle House waitress, as nothing gets me going like the sight of an apron and the smell of warm waffle batter. Our last story for this evening will be Even Crazier Lady Screams at Crazy Lady by Green Bay Sitters. Second post, so sorry for all errors and mistakes. Cast, Crazy Lady, C. Me,
Gigantic, one-legged, Lord of Darkness.
M. Crazy Savior, W. I'm wandering around my local Tesco's at around 11:30 p.m. after a long day's work. I have headphones on and I'm trying to work out what I'm gonna cook when I get home, as my brain's a little fried from the mind-numbing tedium of welding all day. I love the job, but I've been stuck making nearly 4,000 of the same item. As I round the corner, I see a friend that works there, had the how's life, etc. chat, and carried on looking around for something I wanted to eat. I'm in the chiller section looking with a blank expression on my face at steaks when I'm slapped around the back of the head. Thinking it was my friend, I turn around and say, "What the f*** was..." Crazy Lady. Why is the fish section closed? Me. No idea. It's not like I work here. Crazy Lady. Don't lie, I saw you talking to staff a moment ago. I want some fish, so go do your job. Me. Sorry, but I don't work here, so I can't help you. Before I can add anything, Crazy Lady cuts me off with, "Just shut up and go do your job. I don't pay your wages for you to stand around doing nothing." Me. Look, I'm not even in a uniform. I have grease all over my hands, and my face is nearly black. Do I look like I work at this crap hole? It was at this point, a small lady in her early 40s walks up the aisle straight towards us and stops. Looks me and the Crazy Lady up and down. Crazy Savior turns to Crazy Lady and says, "Hi, lady. Can you tell me where the bread is?" Crazy Lady. "I don't work here." Crazy Savior screams this at the top of her voice. "That's exactly what he said to you. Now f*** off." Crazy Lady. "But he works here." Crazy Savior. "No, he works with me, and I'm off waiting for him because you won't leave him the alone to do his shopping. Now get the away from us." Crazy Lady. "I'm going to get him the sack. Where's your manager?" Crazy Savior. "Probably at home f***ing his wife." Crazy Lady then storms off towards the front of the store looking for a manager shouting about finding a manager and how I'm gonna get fired soon. Me and Crazy Savior walk around the store finishing our shopping, and as we get to the checkout, we hear Crazy Lady's voice shout, "That's them over there!" She stood with what I think could have been a manager, or a random person she thinks is a manager. We walk towards them, and Crazy Savior shouts, "Is he actually a f***ing manager, or some picked at random to play manager?" The person with her doesn't say a word as we walk out into our cars. I thanked the lady and we parted. The next day, I'm at work telling the boys about what happened when I hear Crazy Savior say, "If she had given any more lip, I would have slapped the f***ing crap out of her." Yeah, I didn't know she worked at the same place as me, but she was in the office and was above my manager. I personally thought she was joking in Tesco's when she claimed we worked together. I'd only been in the company for about 6 months, so didn't really know anyone in the office, as I had very few dealings with them, being as I was fairly new. It still makes me laugh to this day that the world's a small place. Okay, so Crazy Savior was onto something. You can fight crazy with crazy. However, it seems the true crazy can sense the sanity within other people. You were very close by shouting at the Crazy Lady with your own insane methods, but you were trying to help a sane person, and a crazy person doesn't normally do that. You gave yourself away doing that. It does help with the regularly sane people, though. As you saw with that manager, quote unquote, he did not want anything to do with that. He's like, nope, I'm just gonna stay silent. Maybe, just maybe, these two crazy people won't kill me if I stay silent. Well, that manager will be alright as long as they do not smell fear. Cause if they do, he is I want to thank you all for watching, and thank you to our authors for today for letting me read your stories. Links to their posts and their accounts in the description. If you have a story that you would like me to read, please DM me at my Reddit account below. If you like the stories and want to support me, please leave a like and share the stories with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. I want to thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day.